Does this train keep running? Let's find out. Hello Fanatics, I'm Dylan Phillips, and this is the Film Fanatic Review bringing you Murder on the Orient Express, starring Kenneth Branagh, Tom Bateman, and Michelle Pfeiffer. First, we'll tell you what the movie is about, and our initial thoughts. Then we'll move on to our spoiler-free likes and dislikes. We'll finish up with some spoiler-heavy thoughts on this film, and our final word. Murder on the Orient Express follows the story of a murder most foul, where 13 strangers are stranded aboard a train as a famous detective seeks to solve the puzzle before the murderer strikes again. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised by this film. With all the negative reviews, I was definitely skeptical, but it's a lot better than they say. For what I liked about this film, let's start off with the cast. This film has a phenomenal cast with great performances from Josh Gad, Leslie Odom Jr., Daisy Ridley, and Michelle Pfeiffer, but to me the standout is definitely Kenneth Branagh as Poirot. Branagh is brilliant as the OCD detective, bringing a quirky take on the character. He's as entertaining as Albert Finney and David Suchet's renditions. The film has a great pace to it, as its slow drawn-out mystery doesn't jump forward too quickly, but at the same time it doesn't come to a screeching halt. But the best part to me is the direction, and in turn, the cinematography and visuals. This is a visually stunning film with some masterful cinematography. The long takes and angles help accent the tone and feel of this murder mystery in a way we unfortunately don't see very often in modern films. However, the film never focuses enough on its supporting characters, so it's a little hard to invest in them. The entire film is focused purely on Poirot and his investigation, so we're more invested in his character, if anything. And the tone in this film changes drastically. It starts off as a light-hearted comedy, but then once the murder happens, it becomes this tension-filled drama. And I understand that's supposed to happen, but it just happened at the flip of a switch, and that kind of change can be jarring. And that's where I'll end our spoiler-free thoughts on this film. If you want to hear our final word or rating of this film, pause now and click the link in the description, because now it's time for spoilers. So I'm not going to really have any spoilers for this film, but more just a rant on the negative reviews it's been getting. A lot of reviewers have come out and said that we didn't need a new rendition of this movie because we've seen this story time and time again, and this one doesn't really bring anything new to the table, and that the pacing and direction are a bit off. While the film isn't groundbreaking by any means, it's still uniquely told by Kenneth Branagh. His style of direction and cinematography is a lost art in cinema, with the long takes, the wide shots, all these Dutch angles. Everything is a lost art because we're so focused on this hyperactive, action-oriented editing of the 21st century. That fast-paced editing isn't always the answer to please an audience. Now, I will say that I was one of the few people in my theater that didn't have gray hair, but at the same time, that doesn't mean a younger audience can't enjoy this story for what it is, a murder mystery. Unfortunately, all these negative reviews on online media will persuade the younger audiences to stay away, and that's a damn shame. And the best scenes to me were the overhead shot of the body, the long take as Poirot enters the Orient Express, the long shot as Poirot exits the Orient Express, and the black and white reveal of who the murderer was. So, with the thoughts heard, here's our final word. Murder on the Orient Express is a fun and engaging whodunit murder mystery that relies on its prolific story and a phenomenal cast. While characters are underutilized, the stunning visuals, cinematography, and direction help keep the Orient Express running smoothly. This film was shot like an old murder mystery, and it stayed away from the hyper-action editing of 21st century films, so I'm gonna give Murder on the Orient Express an 8. Thanks everyone for watching our review. Are you planning on seeing Murder on the Orient Express? Or if you've already seen it, do you have something to add? What did you think of the story? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Dylan Phillips, and this has been the Film Fanatic Review. If you liked this video and you want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Check out our latest Fanatic 5 video where we discuss the top Tom Hiddleston roles. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. And until next time, Fanatics, keep it real.